let you keep it up. Venga, para ustedes, la cojamos, casi de que
Hey, here's a marker set up for Jeff. Boys, we'll start our survey from here.
Whoever named this Hellgate Pass sure know what they were talking about. Can you imagine a railroad coming up through here, Jim?
It never will if we don't have better luck than our last survey party.
I hope Jeff and Tex can keep those Redskins from coming up on us.
Listen, those trailblazers can smell an Indian more than you and I can see him. Okay, boys, let's get going.
You know, Tex, I smell smoke.
About time you noticed it, Jeff. I've been smelling it a full 5 minutes.
Liar.
Well, maybe only 3 minutes.
The wind seems to be coming through that canyon. Let's ride over and see whose fire it is.
Probably Indians wiped out our last survey party.
Well, we got to find out anyway.
Oh, we will.
Come on.
Still smoldering. They must have just left.
About 10 of the Redskins gone out that way, probably trying to get behind our party.
We got to warn Jim.
Too late for that.
No, it's not. We'll cut over that hill. We ought to be able to signal the boys from the top of that ridge.
Yeah.
Jeff's alarm signal. Indians, get under cover, men, and let them have it.
Redskins going for help.
He'll never make it. Tell the boys to get back to camp.
Yeah.
We know. Dig your hole.
Well, that weren't much of a scrap.
A couple of the boys got careless, forgot to duck. What's Jeff trying to do, collect a scalp?
Nope, he's got ideas. Said for you to get packed up and out of here.
Why should we? We got those Indians licked.
Listen, Jeff knows what he's talking about. Get these animals back pronto.
Hey, wait a minute. Here comes Jeff.
Indians! Come on!
It's enough. Turn it to top. Paco. Carter in?
Yeah. He's doing a little trading with the Indians. That's so, man.
Pizza, Zachgeben.
Well, what happened, that guy?
Well, we chased survey party out of pass, Carter.
Chased them. Your orders was to wipe them out.
We couldn't. That hombre from Dodge City was leading them.
Oh,
And...
our friend Jeff Ramsey again, huh?
Yeah, he knows a lot about engines.
I gotta meet up with that man, Ramsey.
Better look out.
Remember he cleaned up Morgan's gang in Dodge City.
Yes, and Morgan was faster on the draw than Wild Bill.
Did you hear that Ramsey's boss, builder of railroad, has come?
Yes, John Hartford, the man who helped build the Union Pacific. I sent word for him to meet me in Black Hawk.
Think they mean war?
Not if I can persuade him that it's healthier to build around Sunset Mesa than through it. But easy.
Yeah.
An army of Jeff Ramsey's can't bring a railroad here. This is my empire, and I intend to hold it. Take Chief War Eagle some horses and steers. I may need all his braves.
Hell.
And if you men had the courage of a locoed sheep, you'd walk off this job with me.
Take the wounded in the construction camp and have them attended to. I'm going to see what's going on over there.
Right. Get out of here, you short-horned agitator. The rest of you men get back to work.
Let him have his say, Bill. Maybe he's right.
Listen, men. We're fools to be working for such pay with the danger of having our scalps lifted by Indians in the bargain.
What's your idea in arousing these workmen?
I'm doing it for their own good.
I'm not that easy. Who's paying you to stir up trouble?
Nobody. I think these men should know the truth.
Well, I'll never get it from you. Now get out. Get out! Get on your feet and get out of here while you can still walk. If I get you on this job again, you won't be able to.
All right, you fellas, get back to work.
Wasn't that rather brutal?
Well, maybe so, but in this case it was absolutely necessary.
Well, I don't believe it.
Well, I don't care what you believe. And I'd also like to have you know, young lady, that women are no more welcome on this job than agitators are.
And such an air of authority could surely come from none other than the famous Jeff Ramsey.
Well, outside of that famous part of it, you're right. But inasmuch as you seem to know who I am, haven't you rather the advantage of me?
I certainly have. And I mean to keep it.
Who is that girl, Bill?
I don't know. All I know is she came here in a private car with a big boss.
You mean Mr. Hartford?
Yep.
I didn't know the big chief had gotten here yet. I wonder if she...
Hiya, boys. How's the job coming?
How are the men that were wounded?
They'll be all right. Nothing serious.
Mr. Hartford got in a little before we expected him, didn't he?
Yeah, he's in his car waiting for you.
Hey, Jim, did you see anything of a girl with him?
Girl?
I guess you didn't.
Where can I find John Hartford?
What do you want to see him for? Not that it's any of your business, but I got a letter here for him from King Carter. Hey, give me that letter. I'm responsible for it.
I'll deliver that letter. Come on, get out of here.
And I want to congratulate you, Jeff, on the excellent construction progress you have made, in spite of the setbacks you've experienced.
Thank you, Mr. Hartford. You know, our troubles date from the time that you instructed me to put the road through Hellgate Pass.
How do you account for it?
Well, the territory west of the pass is owned by a man named King Carter, or at least he claims it. And it's no secret that he doesn't want the road to go through his country.
Have you met this King Carter?
No, not yet.
Well, perhaps he has his prize.
Well, maybe, but I doubt it. He's hard and ruthless. Well, when the word got out that we were going through the pass, a survey party was massacred by Indians. And agitators started stirring up the workmen. Attempts were made to kill the men in charge.
Well, the Indians have always been hostile.
Well, in this case, I think that they were incited by white men.
Do you suppose this Carter is back of this?
Frankly, I do. But there's no definite proof.
If I didn't know you so well, I'd believe you were afraid of this King Carter.
And you'd probably be right. Mr. Carter is undoubtedly a big man.
Claire, I don't understand. Oh, my daughter, Jeff Ramsey.
Mr. Ramsey and I have already met, haven't we, Mr. Ramsey?
Yes. I don't see how we could possibly know each other.
Well, I witnessed Mr. Ramsey's masterful handling of one of his men.
Man brought this to you, Mr. Hartford.
Thank you.
You'd better read it. It's from King Carter.
Just who does this Carter think he is? He's practically ordered me to meet him in his town of Black Hawk tomorrow. His town, if you please.
Well, he owns it. You'd better meet him.
You would advise that, being afraid of him yourself.
Miss, I guess you don't know Jeff Ramsey. He's not afraid of King Carter or any man that walks.
Have he and King Carter ever met?
Not yet, but they will. And I sure hope I'm there when they do.
I'll meet Carter tomorrow. Arrange transportation.
Yes, sir.
I understand that Carter just about owns everything in town.
Yeah, he sure throws a lot of weight around here.
You are Messrs. Hartford and Ramsey. Mr. Carter will see you in his office. Mr. Hartford, Mr. Ramsey, Mr. King Carter. How do you do?
How do you do?
You're prompt, gentlemen. Please be seated. Our time is valuable, so I'll save as much of it as possible. We'll get down to cases.
That's the way I like to do business.
Good. I'll state my terms. If you mean to extend your railroad farther west than Black Hawk, you must go around the Red Hills and not through them.
I have a franchise from the government to build this road.
When you reach Hellgate Pass, Mr. Hartford, I'm the government.
I don't understand.
You will. For even if I don't stop you, the Indians would.
Don't the Indians ever trouble you, Mr. Carter?
No, I have a peace treaty with them, which I and they respect.
You don't have any Indians on your payroll, do you?
No, I don't have to. It's as much to their interest as mine to keep you out.
What you mean is that if we don't build through the pass into Sunset Mesa, then we won't have any trouble with any Indians.
Well, I can't exactly answer that.
You've stated your terms. Now I'll state mine. I'm going to build the road through Hellgate Pass if I have to get the United States Army to help me.
The Army's too busy with Indian uprisings to help build a railroad that would only add to their troubles.
Just as a matter of record, Mr. Carter, I advised Mr. Hartford that to build through Hellgate Pass might prove expensive. However, if he orders the railroad through Hellgate, my friends at Dodge City told me that you were a smart man, Ramsey, especially with a gun. Well, coming from a man that's reputed to be one of the best shots in the territory, I take that as a compliment.
And if occasion arose when we had to draw on one another,
Tie would do neither one of us any good.
you get my idea. Raven, the gentlemen are leaving.
Then it's to be war between us, huh?
If you wish it, Mr. Hartford.
Carter, as the cards lie at the moment, the railroad goes through Hellgate Pass.
Colossal ego of the man. Who does he think he is, a feudal baron of the Middle Ages? We'll build a railroad through Hellgate Pass and forget him.
We'll build a railroad, all right, but I'll bet he'll be a hard man to forget.
War Eagle's been wanting to attack the railroad in force. Why should I hold him back?
I don't know. Why should you?
Have Snake Eye arrange it at once. Tell him to stop that wagon train of supplies that's coming overland for the railroad.
Another warrior killed by railroad men. Oh, what is Give it town a talk, you know. A mama na, sitsi na.
On away. Stop. Inanito. Hakate squaneto. Come on.
Go with it, Dixie.
direction the wagons are coming, Mr. Jackson?
Let me see. Right through that cut over there, miss.
Thank you.
Where's she going? To look for the wagon train that's coming overland with our supplies. Well, Jim, she shouldn't be riding out alone. Go on with her. All right, Jeff.
Isn't it wonderful to think that they've come all the way across the continent in those wagons?
They're lucky to have gotten this far without Indian trouble, miss.
Well, at any rate, they're safe now.
Maybe they are, and maybe they're not.
Who's that?
That's Tex.
Engines coming, big war party.
Ride to the end of the tracks and warn Jeff. I'll tell the wagons.
Come on, out here, get moving.
Indians are coming. Head for the train.
The Indians are right behind us. What are we going to do?
Grab your guns and get aboard. We're going to make her run and fight.
Get on the engine.
Hurry up, boys!
Wish I'd stayed on my horse instead of riding this darn contraption.
Get that lead wagon. Get it away from the tracks.
wagon.
Well, that's just too bad.
Redskins attack us. The train's making a run for us.
Claire, my daughter, have you seen her?
She's on the train. Hey, over those barricades, men. Couple of you wheel out that old cannon. Come on, hurry!
Too many men in camp. They shoot cannon. Ina hanito. Diana taho.
You're not hurt?
No, but I might have been killed if it hadn't been for... I owe you an apology, Mr. Ramsey.
There's no time for that. We've got to tend to our wounded, check our losses, and get this camp in order.
Right. Come on, men.
Let's get going.
Mr. Ramsey, I called you a bully and a coward. I apologize. You're not a coward.
Engine raid over at the construction camp, Carter.
Oh, that's too bad. But I warned Hartford this would happen if he persisted in building his railroad through the pass.
Was the railroaders wiped out, all of them? No, they drove off the Redskins. But it leaves Hartford mighty short of workers. He sent a man over here to try to hire hands.
We're offering double pay to laborers. There's a lot of us can make some money.
Now, listen, man, listen. Now, we in Black Hawk don't have any trouble with Indians. But the minute any of you town folks take a hand in building that railroad, we're going to have War Eagle to deal with. Now, if there's any of you men that want to help with John Hartford, declare yourselves now and get out of Black Hawk. No one, eh? I thought so. Come on and have a drink. All of you. They're on me, Bob. Drinks for everybody. It's too bad that War Eagle couldn't have made a more thorough job of it.
Yeah. Hartford's likely to send to the fort for help. If he gets a cavalry troop
They're
down
not here yet. Snake Eye, you go to War Eagle's village at once. Tell him that if the soldiers come, he and his people will be destroyed. Understand?
Sure, I'd tell him.
Tell him he must send out war parties. Cover every trail. He must not let one white man get to the fort or the telegraph.
How? Maybe Carter will let us have men if we agree to go around the Red Hills.
Oh, no, that'd be playing right in his hand. There are a lot of good men in Black Hawk that'd be glad to help us, but Carter's got them all buffaloed.
But you said yourself it'd be better to go around the hills.
I know I did, but our bluff's been called. Mr. Hartford, if you weaken now, they'll never let you build that railroad. Carter's behind this Indian raid, and he's been behind all the others. Now he refuses to let you have men to work the road. If you change that route by a single yard, you'll not only be playing into his hand, but admitting that Carter is he claims to be the law in this territory.
All right, Jeff. I refused to listen to you before, but I'm listening now. Give your orders, and I'll back every move.
Thank you, Mr. Hartford. Jim, send Murray with an armed guard to the telegraph station at Wolf Creek. Have him wire for laborers and Fort Custer for help.
Why don't you use our wire?
Carter's got it tapped. Gets every message we send out.
Tex, stick around and keep your eyes open. I'm calling on Carter.
Now you're talking, Jeff. That's the spirit that cleaned up Dodge City.
Jeff! I want to tell you something.
We'll make it short. I'm in a hurry.
Well, I just wanted to say, Mr. Ramsey, that only a fool would go on such an errand alone.
Thanks. I'll see you later.
Tex, don't let him go alone.
Huh?
Carter around?
Yes, I think he's expecting you. Bad luck you had over at the railroad.
Tell him I'm here.
Oh, hello, Ramsey. Come in. Take a chair. Well, what can I do for you?
My foreman reports that you refused to let Black Hawk men work on the railroad. I just wanted to confirm that.
Folks in Black Hawk don't want your railroad. They're not going to risk having their scalps lifted by helping you build it. I warned you that War Eagle and his people wouldn't let you build through Hellgate Pass.
You seem pretty well informed on what War Eagle wants, Carter.
I am. His interests and mine are the same. To keep the settlers out of Red Hills and Sunset Mesa. But if Hartford will agree to build his road around the hills...
He won't. That railroad is going through Hellgate Pass in spite of you and your hired Redskins.
Hartford has already lost a lot of men and equipment. Maybe the loss of his chief engineer may make him listen to reason.
I expected a trap. That's the reason I had 2 men posted outside of that window.
That bluff's too old, Ramsey. Won't work.
Don't pull that hardware, gents. It won't be healthy. You about ready to go back to camp, Jeff?
Yes, Tex. But I don't know that there's anything to keep me around here any longer.
He'd send that gal back home.
Why, Tex?
Always been my experience that where there's a woman, troubles just naturally gather like ants around a sugar bowl.
Quit worrying, will you?
Oh, I don't like.
No word from Murray at Wolf Creek? You suppose he reached there?
I'm afraid not.
Indians?
Maybe. I'll take Tex and we'll try to get through. Jim!
Good morning, miss.
Good morning.
What can I do for you, Jeff?
Tex and I are going to try to make it through to the telegraph station in Wolf Creek. Take charge of things when we get back.
Dad, I'm going with them.
What do you think, Jeff?
Well, this is a dangerous mission, Mr. Hartford. We can't be bothered with a girl.
Oh, please, Mr. Ramsey. My horse hasn't been exercised since I got here. Just the first mile or 2.
Will you turn back when I tell you to?
I promise.
All right. We won't take her very far, Mr. Hartford.
I'm riding out to Hacienda. I'll be back this afternoon. Better take the boys with you. Remember, War Eagle's men have orders to kill any white man riding along the trails. They won't dare attack me. War Eagle's my friend. War Eagle may be your friend, but to those cutthroat bucks of his, you're just another white man with hair worth lifting. I can take care of myself.
As far as you go.
All right. Oh, this is beautiful country. Where Where's this wonderful Sunset Mesa that I hear so much about?
Lies just beyond that next range, but forget about that now and head back to camp.
I'm on my way.
Thanks, young lady. Where'd you come from?
Well, never mind about that. Let's take care of this wound.
No, I can carry a slug without
Will you
it.
take hold, please?
Playing nurse, eh?
No.
Well, don't run away. I don't even know your name.
I'll get you a horse.
Well, wait.
You need a doctor. I'll get to one quick.
All of them, Tex?
All but one. Reckon the Indians took him alive.
Poor devil.
Well, we can't send that telegram now.
Well, I guess all we can do is bury those poor boys. Come on.
Snake Eye says Tex and Ramsey have gone to Fort Custer. Good. And I'm throwing a big jamboree at the Silver Dollar tonight.
Then you want Rita to get busy.
That's right. Tell her and the other girls to go over to the railroad camp and invite all the men over for free drinks and dances. While they're enjoying themselves, we'll take over the work train. Give me the same. I'll draw through.
Where are all the men, Bill? All the bunkhouses are empty.
They rode over to Black Hawk. Big jamboree at the Silver Dollar.
What'd you let them go for? Don't you know we have to be on the lookout for Indians?
Shucks. Indians don't attack at night.
Yeah? Well, we're not taking any chances. I'll go get them.
I never saw a fellow worry so much about Indians in my life.
I got aces and queens.
Now tell me, what did this wounded man look like?
Well, he was tall and very attractive. But I hope he got to a doctor.
Mr. Hartford, the camp is deserted.
What's that? Where are the men?
At a shindig over at the Silver Dollar. I'm going after them.
If this is a trick of Carter's, we'll need Jeff. Ride over to Wolf Creek and get him.
Yes, sir.
My idea of something is a rare and tearing south. So sip up and get it, boys. The drinks are on the house.
How am I doing, King?
Well, how are you doing?
Swell. This bunch won't go home until they're dragged out by the heels.
Fine. Keep them interested.
Come on, bartender, shut 'em up.
Hey, Jeff, the men have all left camp and gone to Black Hawk.
What?
Yeah.
Tell me about it on the way.
fix the rails so the train jumps the track here.
That'll swing it over the brink to the canyon.
Snake Eye, you and Blade handle the engine, and don't forget to jump.
Oh, will you jump?
Now hurry it up, boys. We've got to be in town before daylight.
One car.
Give me 3. I'll call it. What do you got?
Jack's up.
Doggone it, this isn't any fun. Why can't we all go over to Black Hawk?
Yeah, let's play one more round. And then we'll go over to Black Hawk. How about it, man? What do you say?
Max, Logan, get horses. Follow. We take train. Go.
They must be stealing it.
They're Indians.
Indians don't drive locomotives.
We've got to get help. I'm going to town for the men.
You stay where you are.
Jim, head for town and get the men.
I'm going to town for the men.
You can't go in that dive. I'll bring the men.
Where's Jeff?
He's gone after the train. Now get back to camp.
On the engine.